Good afternoon, good afternoon. Today we have a bit of an interesting video, and today we're going to be featuring the Su-85 and the ISU-152. We actually ran into someone new to the channel here, which they didn't know I was a channel until after this match, but anyway. And this individual's name is Kanal Brod, or I don't know how it's pronounced, he's Danish, and it's probably some other way of doing it. I don't know, he's probably going to tell me in like a Discord call or something how to say it, but at the time I was working on the 20,000 mission score using tank destroyers. Now, because I was lazy, I just did it all in tank destroyers because I'd rather just use Russia 4347 and just do it that way. So I had the Su-85, the ISU-152, I had the ASU and the SU-152, sorry. And I also had two planes just in case I needed some extra points, because as long as you stayed in the match, well, you ended the match in a tank destroyer, you was golden. So it didn't really matter, but I just decided to do it in a tank destroyer. So my vehicle of choice was the Su-85, and this is one of my favourite tank destroyers. Not just because of its somewhat trollish armor, it depends on what you face, because sometimes this armor's great, sometimes it's paper, but that's not really the reason why I chose this. As we all know, if you're relatively common with the channel, I love the 85mm. It is a cracking gun. Great post pen, great angle pen, and, well, it is just a badass gun. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to nuke Tigers and nuke Panthers? I mean, sure, you'll struggle against some of the Tigers if they're hull down, but that's why you use your mobility. And in this case, of course, we don't even need to use that, because Joe decided to break out an old spot, which I didn't even think this tank could get up there, I'll be brutally honest. But Kanal figured it out pretty quickly, and tried to figure a way out of getting up there. The problem is on his side, he can't get up there. The only way is if you literally go the way I do, because that's the only way you're getting into this spot. If you do end up using this spot, there is a parking charge, just to let you know. But yeah, there is a parking charge, so I don't know. You'll have to pay like, let's say, 50 SL for every. No, 50 SL is too generous. I'm only kidding. I'm not going to charge you a parking charge. But yeah, this spot is great. If you can get a vehicle up there, because it can be quite tricky, make sure to use it. But anyway, how about we go jump to the gameplay and let's have a look. I'll see you in a moment. And welcome to the match. As you'll see in the bottom left, I've already taken a hit. My track was busted by a Panther who was shooting through the houses. Before anyone asks, he was not cheating. He saw me and just took a shot through the house, which you can do on Japan. Yeah. He took out a good portion of my crew and took out my track. So I was sat there for a good bit, but then a teammate came along to help. So this is how you get up into this spot. As you'll notice, it is kind of awkward to get into, but if you've got enough decent traction and enough horsepower, you can easily get up here. So, we're in the spot. Now I know it doesn't look like much at first, but trust me, this spot is kind of broken. And there you'll see, on the tags anyway, Kanal Brod in the distance, in his Avenger. And he's going to be quite confused by this spot initially. So my first priority, even with a loader that no longer exists, is to help the team. And of course, the first thing I'm going to do is kick the arse of Mr. Panther player. So put the brakes on. You have to make sure you have good brakes if you go up here. And there he goes for kill number 1. Now, I was looking to get a shot on the Churchill, but I wasn't sure where it was. And obviously, we're losing Alpha at the minute, which also doesn't help. And as you'll notice as well, my reload rate is kind of down the shitter, as you can tell. Not having a loader takes this thing's reload to a ridiculous amount. But, you know, you gotta have consequences for not having another Ivan in the tank. And you'll notice I'm listening to noise. Now, this is a key thing about this spot, is it's good to have a good volume on the players, well, other players' engine volume. Now, obviously, don't have it too high because some people might think you're cheating. But sometimes when people just drive in the open like that, you don't even need that. But, you know. Now, Cadelbrod has been taking out my friendlies on the right flank of mine. And obviously I've been noticing a few vehicles that are coming across. So, I start changing my position. And as you'll see, you have a wide range of stuff to go for. And this is where Cadelbrod meets his end at the end of my 85mm. Kill number 3. It's been a while since I've done any kill number 3 in like a replay or something. Feels like I'm back in the old days. Really does. Like, I like this sort of thing. If you want to see more replay videos where I say kill number etc, because it feels like I'm back in the old days of YouTube and things like that, well, when I used to do them, let me know, because I'm more than happy to do so. I actually miss doing this stuff. I just don't do it much anymore. But anyway, back to the actual match. As you'll notice, we are currently down on Alpha, which is rather annoying, to say the least, but Cadelbrod is, of course, going to be coming back to roughly this position. He doesn't know where I am. He just thinks I'm probably in the rocks somewhere on the right-hand side. So he thinks, okay, I'm going to maneuver around and go around the other road, which is a fair enough assumption. But, of course, the key to this is, of course, looking at your map. The map is a very key, important tool when going in this spot, so make sure to use it. And well, when you're paying attention like that, and you also just spot a nice juicy Panther prototype, it can definitely help out. Kill number 4. God, I miss doing that. If you're new to the channel and everything, I used to do this sort of like a lot of replay videos a lot. Where I used to say kill number, etc, and obviously point out everything like this. I don't get to do it much anymore though, because short of the matter is half the time when I'm recording, I tend to get decent games anyway, so I don't even need to say it, and sometimes I just say it out of impulse. But, yeah. One weakness of this spot is the fact that if someone bombs the area, and even if it doesn't kill you, they knock down trees, and trees are going to be a valuable resource in this spot. Obviously, I just knocked over one there, but still. You'll notice I try to drive around the trees a lot, because in this spot, trees are very important, and that's really what makes this spot what it is, because you have decent cover, you can come up in ambush spots, a bit like this right here, which is where Kanel is going to clock on to my position. And you'll notice there, initially I was going to shoot him, but obviously I didn't know it was him at the time, but it turns out to be. But I decided to shoot the Firefly that was distracted, because then I can at least reverse out the way. And there goes his buddy. But Kanel heard that, and I thought, he doesn't see me. I was thinking he doesn't see me. There's no way he sees me up here, unless he's really looking hard. But the second I see that 17-pounder coming up, I immediately hit the reverse gear. And now he knows my position. Which, I don't think he's ever met anyone in this spot before, if memory serves me correctly. And now, on his team chat, from what he told me, he is furiously pinging my position to let his team know that I'm up here. Does his team listen? No, of course they don't. This is War Thunder. You're asking a lot here. So since the Stug is distracted, I decided to go for the Sherman first. Kill number 6. I forgot to say kill number 5, didn't I? That's ace, but whatever. I'm getting back into this, okay? It's been a while. Reloading a shell for the Brumbear. And there goes him for kill number 7. And of course, now I'm waiting for a shot on the Stug. But you'll notice that I'm listening still, because Kanel is coming looking for me. He wants my ass. However, as we will see in a moment, I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit here. I'm skipping ahead a little bit because Kanel is actually going to get stuck where he is right now. Obviously, I'm listening for him, and I'm making sure I can at least keep an eye out for him, because if I pull out to take a shot, he could very easily take me out. So this is where I reversed up the ridge to try and get a shot on his anti-aircraft in the spawn, but I was off by just a few feet, and even then he was behind a house. So now he starts running off into the distance. But in a moment, you will see Kanel in chat, which is going to be quite funny to say the least. I didn't actually know that IKV was there in this moment in time. But obviously, I'm too busy looking for what I hear is a Sherman. But you'll see in chat in just a moment. But the key to this spot is, as I said, trees, maintaining situational awareness, and keeping an eye out for planes. Because once the planes know where you are, they're going to be coming for you, and trust me, they're not friendly. Into the spot, I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know what happened with that. I think that was just a War Thunder error or something. But there goes that story mill for kill number 9. But obviously I'm still trying to listen. That's another key to this spot. Is I'm pinging the map right now where he is, roughly. And this is where Kanel says, "Hey SU on the hill, I am stuck. Can you kill me?" So let's go have a look at how he's gotten himself stuck. And as you can see, once we move the camera around a little bit, he's managed to wedge himself in this spot here, which... yeah, you can't actually climb up from this side, but obviously he had no idea at the time. You can get pretty close, as you can see, but he can't actually get into the spot. Had this been the days of actual traction, and not feeling like we're driving on Vaseline, yeah, he probably could have gotten up here and caused me some issues, but no, he can't. He asked me to kill him, and he honestly thought I was going to fall for that, because... like, he couldn't get his gun down, but as you'll see in a moment in chat, I'm not falling for that. But anyway, I'm going to close the map now, and you just have the chat for now, because you don't need the map. And as you'll see, yeah, I said to him, I don't think I can, but I'll try. And obviously, I'm focusing too much on the cat right now. And unfortunately, I missed the angle on that Istavark, and now I start loading my 3 high explosives because I'm going to need them. The Crusader starts shooting at where he thinks I am, but might want to aim a little bit higher next time, buddy. Kill number 10, that's a double ace. Reloading another high explosive shell for the Istavark, which is actually quite a fun little vehicle, I must say. But when it catches an 85mm high explosive round, not so much. Kill number 11. That was perfectly timed. I'm getting back into the groove, you know. It's been a few years since I've been able to really do a proper replay commentary sort of thing. And obviously, as you'll see there in chat, Kanel has managed to wrestle himself free. But, yeah, it's been a while since I've been able to, like, really do anything. And even Kanel's commented on the spot after the match, because we do end up having a good chat after the match, and now he's in my Discord server. But, yeah, he really enjoyed this match. But I'm going to open the map up back again, because I really want to solidify what I mean about the team not going for the cap. Obviously, I've been trying to kill off as many reinforcements as I can, and there's Kanel looking straight up because it's like he knows I'm hunting for him. And yeah, this is where it gets pretty interesting, to say the least. Now obviously he knows I'm up here, but he doesn't know exactly where I am, which is important because I'm going to capitalize on it. He just thinks I'll keep an eye out from one of his many shooting spots, and I'll take him out then. But this is where Joe gets a little bit crafty, because if there's one thing you can't do, it's try and outsmart Joe sometimes. This is where I use one of the very few hidden spots where I can actually shoot safely from cover on this map. Obviously I'm keeping an eye out for him. A Concept 3 ends up crashing into that rock there. And obviously Kano's still looking, but it's a bit too late for him to bring that gun up. Kill number 12. Outsmarted, because Joe knows this spot like the back of his hand. It's been a while since I've been in here, but yeah. You don't forget the good times, you know? And yeah, at the minute the team is holding A, but unfortunately within the next couple of minutes we are going to lose this. And obviously Kano is going to come back in a tank and ends up finishing me off in just a moment. And obviously I'm just explaining to him in chat that he can pen this. It's the fact that he didn't hit me in the first place, but obviously he didn't know that, so I was just giving him a bit of a hand really. Now unfortunately I don't have a great shot on this Panther here, but I can at least go for what I was assuming was an engine shot, but unfortunately it's not. It's just a fuel tank shot, which was rather disappointing. If I wanted to, I could have hit the back of the turret, but I decided the Cromwell on the Cat was more important. And any second now, there goes the Cromwell. Kill number 13. And this is where I spot the flak bus, which I'm pretty certain the flak bus is one of the many reasons why my situation is going to unfortunately end in this spot. I start loading my last high explosive, because obviously I've only brought 3. And then bring the tank slowly forward. Take him out for kill number 14. And that's where Joe slightly messed up and Kano finishes me off. But Joe's not out just yet, because at the end of the day I need more points for this thing. And whilst I don't get Kano again, I do have another vehicle waiting in the wings, so to speak. My ISU-152. Obviously this vehicle is way too slow to get into the battle. And yeah. Whilst the ISU doesn't get to do much, we're about to teach this Churchill a lesson in spawn camping. He gets a little bit confident, starts moving up, but catches a 152 for his troubles for kill number 15. That was a great little run now, wasn't it? It's definitely been a while since I've really done anything that involves proper down-to-earth commentary in some of these replays. But obviously I can save some of these if you want them in the future. Just let me know in the comments really, because I've kind of missed doing these, I'm not going to lie. Because obviously I do so much live gameplay now, it's kind of, well, it's kind of bringing back the old times doing something like this. But I hope you enjoyed today's video, and obviously if you see Kano in the comments, give him a hello, he's new to the community. And well, we're obviously playing with him quite a bit, and he's really enjoying the community so far, so I'm really glad for that. But anyway, I'm going to leave you all to it. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Su-85 go absolutely ham, and getting to see a Churchill spawn camper get deleted, and I will see you all on the next one.